Oh, one's going after mine. Yep. That's so cool.
Well, the heart's beating kind of hard at the moment.
Yeah. Yes. Nice. Yes. Oh, Nick. Well, this is not taking long. Oh, pretty nice. That's way bigger than I thought right away. Nice. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome back to day number 2. As you can see, we're at the cabin here at beautiful Wekusko Falls Lodge. One thing you might be able to hear, but you can't see yet, are right out the front door are waterfalls. And I'll show you those a little bit later once we get some light. But again, just some beautiful accommodations. Such a cool spot surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of amazing fisheries. And so today we're gonna check out one of those that we know is frozen, that has some potential for multiple different stock trout and some absolute giants. So since I don't know too much about it, we're gonna head out. We'll see you at the lake. Hopefully we'll be sticking some big fish. Well, after a lot of hoopla, we're finally out and set up. Trying a new lake today. Got a little tip from the Big Fish King, Clayton Schick. So huge shout out to Clayton there. You're gonna wanna go check out his videos, I'll just say that. But we're out checking out and we're gonna try to go for some larger stock trout. You know, yesterday those brookies were so fun. Today, we've got some jaw jackers set up. Hopefully you can see that. We're gonna be getting the underwater camera going, try to get some underwater footage, or you know, if we can with the jaw jacker too. I guess I have the finicky fooler one set up. Haven't used it yet. I've set it up, but I've not caught a fish on it, so it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. I caught one 17-inch stock trout back home. Otherwise it's been like a lot of like 10 to 12 inches. So if I catch anything over like 20, I am going to be so jacked. And yeah, all we need today is one big one, and that will make my day. Just being on ice, first of all, is awesome. But if we can find one big one, we'll see. We got Nick over here. He set up kind of behind me. And we'll just kind of bounce around, see where we're at, and see if we can't stick a big fish. Oh, one's going after mine. Yep. Nick. I don't think it's as big. My rod went in the water. Luckily it was still hanging on. Oh, that's still big. That's still big. That's still big. That's still big.
Yeah. Got your head cam going?
Yep, I think so.
It's like, looks like a 24.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks big.
I'm gonna wait for its head to pop up, and then I'm gonna try and grab it.
God, they're so wiggly.
They're real wiggly.
Oh man.
That's just a beautiful.
That's so cool. So cool.
Sorry.
There.
Oh gosh.
Oh, so sick. Oh my goodness, my head cam died. Oh, I don't even know how big it is. I don't want to take time to measure it here, but that is easily my biggest trout of my life. Oh, for rainbows. I am so cold. I'm soaking wet. Wow, that is so dang cool. That is so different than any fish that we have ever caught back home. Who knows? Maybe these people up here think these are normal. I got a relative ballpark just on my rod there. I didn't have my bump board close, so it's not going to be super official, but at least get a general ballpark, because I honestly have no idea. My head cam died. That is just absolutely insane. Nick came in clutch on the assist. Right before that, Nick's jaw jacker went off. And it was close. My head cam died again. I don't know what's going on with that. I went in elbow deep trying to get his.
You got it, dude.
Well, I don't know if you can see that on the head cam, but Clayton warned me about that with those finicky foolers. It jumped and the whole thing went down. Luckily, my rod, you can see this rod butt right here was stuck in there. Otherwise, I would have completely lost everything. And so I don't know what I need to do to secure that. I'm gonna try something different here. luckily I was able to grab in, and I don't know if the head cam got any of that. If it did, that's gonna be so sick. But such a freakish fish. Oh my gosh, literally that's the only fish I catch today. It is so worth it. And I did check on, again, not official, but it was right around 25 where it was marked on my rod. And so stinking cool. All I need is one of those today. Yeah, like I said, we were coming out here trying to get a big one. Shout out to Clayton. You know, he's the big fish king for a reason. And so he hooked us up here. Oh, couple coming to look. They don't look big. Couple coming to look. Couple coming to look. Start this now. He's still around it. Yep. Oh, it didn't go off. Not big. Didn't go off. Little guy. Oh, brookie. Good brookie. Yeah, brookie. Yeah, I was like, little guy. There we go. Beautiful little brookie. It's got a little dent on it there. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Whew, sweet. Biggest brookie in my life there, bigger than the ones from yesterday, so. Didn't even go off on that finicky fooler, so I might need to look into a jaw jacker setup. We'll see. All right, as you can see, we are back at the lodge, but we're not done yet. We were getting a few things figured out, getting a few things dialed in. So I want to give another chance. So there's going to be more fishing coming after this, but I did really want to show you where we're at. Right here, right out the front door. I'll turn around here. Just look, literally right out our front door. Beautiful, beautiful waterfalls. Just wraps all the way around, opens up over there. So darn cool. I don't know how good you can hear me. Try to close the door here, get rid of some of that background noise. As you can see, just beautiful accommodations here. I'm not gonna give a full walkthrough of the cabin, but it is gorgeous for being way up here. Having some of these amenities is just incredible. This is something that I feel like I could take my wife to and it'd be no issues at all. We would be so comfortable. Again, huge shout out to Brian, Wekusko Falls Lodge. All their stuff is down below. Literally trophy fishing of almost any species you want. Even early ice, when there's only a few lakes that are frozen, you can still get on some absolutely incredible bites. But now we're gonna get back to some of the stock trout action, going for some giants right here. All right, we made it back out, and as you can see, it is an absolutely gorgeous morning. We got the house set up, and like I said, we've got things a little bit more dialed today. I'll show you a few things we got cooking. We have our jaw jacker holes with a much bigger hole, so that way we can use the fly fishing net, I'll show you that in a second, to scoop them out, because we've been, mostly me, I've been having a tough time landing these things. They are so hard.
Well, the heart's beating kind of hard at the moment.
Yeah.
Ready? Ooh. Here he is. Ooh. Deep, deep. It's okay, let it go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
And so we got that as one thing cooking. Nick's is set up over there on the other side of the house. And then inside the house, might need to turn on the light. Oh, Nick. Well, this is not taking long. Oh shoot, should I grab the net? I'm gonna try break. I don't know.
It's good.
I don't want it to get caught on that ice.
It's huge, but I think it's good. No, it's not. It's solid. It's nice.
Oh,
pretty nice.
That's way bigger than I thought right away.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. That is way bigger than I thought right away.
On the inside of the mouth there.
So darn.
Quick look here.
Oh my gosh.
I don't do with my fingers. I'm not a trout.
Oh, sunrise in the background. I'm gonna get a little close up here. Oh man, such a beautiful fish. So dang cool. Sweet. Beauty fish.
That's so cool, man.
So dang awesome.
So cool.
I don't know if you can see my phone or probably my hands, but I'm like literally shaking. Like the adrenaline's pumping. Oh,
That was so sick, man.
we are running on 0 sleep. It is literally just setting up. You can see I was just showing some of the hole. So that's our hole. You could hopefully see it on the head cam. Now we can use the net to scoop some of those. So honestly, a super solid fish. Right away when I saw it, I felt like it was not crazy big.
Oh, you did, yeah.
And then we got it out.
I agree.
Got it out, and I was like, oh dang, that's actually a nice
like
fish.
3 or 4 inches. bigger
Yeah,
than that.
sweet. Well, that.
Have you talked about setup a little bit?
No, might as well show the old jaw jacker setup here.
So basically we're just running a single treble hook, number 8, barbless because we're in Manitoba, and we're just taking a salted minnow. And I guess what I'm doing is I am taking 2 tines. I'm like shaking and my fingers are cold, but I'm pulling those through and I'm trying to make this minnow sit as horizontal as possible on here. So I'm kind of pulling it through, making sure the points are poking out of it. And then I'm just pulling it out. No sonar needed, just get a decent idea. 3 or 4 pulls to get about like 2/3 of the way down the water column, I'd say. And then set it up in here. And then one thing, we were kind of talking about it, we decided it might be not a bad idea to tether the rod, you know, because we do have these big sight holes, and you just never know when a big fish comes and grabs it. Makes for a little extra work right away, but you take this thing, there's a little loop here on the rod tip, make sure that's not tangled in the main line, pull it down, stick it through here. So this is the trigger right here.
Watch your head.
Yeah, watch your face.
As you can see, if your head's above that, you can get thwacked real good.
And then it goes on here. When this gets pulled down, this mechanism falls down, and then this will pop up, and the rod will set the hook. So pretty dang cool. Let's see, right about there. And that is, you can get these set up so that if a bluegill grabs your bait, it can get that sensitive, you know, in the right conditions, depending on, you know, if there's wind and snow and whatever. But or you can set it really heavy so the fish has to take it away. Another little trick, I'll throw this out here too, I'm not doing this, but I know some guys will have different mechanisms where they'll pull a little bit of line out, so the fish has to take this much line and start swimming away before it sets the hook. So I didn't tell TJ about that trick yet.
Just keeping secrets over here. Well, that is a heck of a way to start. Literally still in the process of getting set up in the middle of my intro. I guess that worked real good. Hopefully that means good things for today. All right, so to finish the intro, the other thing we got going on, as you can see, probably not very well, I'll show you once we get a little lighter, we've got a sight hole set in here. From what we've been kind of gathering, these fish definitely have been more privy to the jaw jackers, but anything you can sight fish is so cool. Actually, in the video shot with Nick yesterday, we did have some fish come in on the sight hole and even bite, and even one really big one. And so that's so cool to even see those interactions. So who knows, maybe we'll get some action in the sight hole. We also have, forgot to mention, we have my Livescope set up. You can hardly see it, but my bait is over there. Nick's, you can see way over there. That way we can kind of keep an eye on our jaw jackers too. We can see our jigging sticks a little bit. So definitely overkill, but it's kind of cool to be able to see all these different angles. Hopefully we can keep some action going, get a fish. There's actually something rolling on bottom over by Nick, so I better finish this intro so I can get rolling.
Oh, here's one. Here's one.
It's right on us.
It's a brook trout.
Right on it. Come on, take it. Take it.
It's just got the head.
Yep, just had the head. Yes.
There we go. There we go.
You bet.
Man.
Well, the front cam was not on, but you hopefully got to at least see the strike here. We've got a beautiful brookie.
All right.
You bet.
Really quick little look, because it's not a giant. We'll get him back, but
So cool to see him swimming down like that.
How fun is that?
Hey, first
That was
sight fishing
sick.
fish of the trip.
I don't know if you guys could see that with the sight camera there, but it actually grabbed TJ's bait and it just grabbed it by the head.
Which is such a nice thing about sight fishing.
Yeah.
You know, like that's when I would have set the hook on because I could feel it. But it just had the head, didn't have the hook. Yesterday, it was just grabbing the tail. So they're good at avoiding those hooks. I did, really quick, I'll talk through that. Nick is using a spoon, which is super nice because for whatever reason, these stock trout, they love the flutter of the spoon, but they love to bite the trebles. Just plain trebles. He doesn't have anything on it.
We got another one down there?
Oh, he's kind of swimming down. I'll finish that thought in just a second. But like I was saying, he's got a spoon, which those are so fun, especially you get that flash and that flutter. I feel like it draws fish into the area.
Untangling my rod.
Nick's untangling his rod.
All right, we're good.
But they seem to just bite those trebles so well, where I upsized a little bit, mostly because you can see the size structure that we're potentially working with. So there's Nick's spoon, that's the thumper spoon. Has an extra little blade on it too, and the flutter on that thing.
It's got a lot of flash and flutter, which is kind of cool.
So nice for these trout are so curious, especially as it gets to be a little sunny, a little brighter out. You can like trigger some of these fish in. I'm using something a little different, just to have a different profile down there, more of a minnow profile bait. This is actually in 1/8 ounce, the new tungsten smeltinator. So nice, with a little,
I suppose it's a 2-aught on
probably
there.
a 2-aught hook, I think. A little bit smaller. I originally had one on that was a little bit bigger, and I wanted to downsize a little bit, and that is the grub, the eye candy grub. And being able to have something with a little more minnow profile like that, however, you saw some of those smaller ones will grab the tail, grab the head, but if you get a bigger one, I think they could woof it, and having that really strong hook on there is what's going to be key, because these
Especially
things,
if you hook a really big one.
yes, if we're hooking like those 25 plus inchers, that could bend a hook really easily, because those things have just absolutely ripped on some of these big ones that we've had on. It is crazy how those fish can fight.
It is, yeah. That's one of the theories too with plastics, because there's two theories, right? Do you do like a profile like TJ just showed, or do you use one of those like tiny little micro tubes or something like that? And the benefit of this is if you do hook a big one, you're able to have a bigger hook with a plastic profile like that, whereas a lot of those little micro tubes are like little micro perch plasticky kind of things. They tend to have a lot smaller hooks that could potentially bend out.
Yeah, so I'm definitely sacrificing a little bit on probably some of these smaller fish, on getting some of these bites, hooking some of these fish. Even like that first one that I set the hook on, it was too dark to see, but that one could easily have been biting the head, biting the tail like that.
It's like using a larger tube when you're chasing lake trout.
Yes.
Where the little dinky ones, you're gonna lose a few of those on the way up. But if you catch like a 35, 38 incher or something like that, it's gonna pay to be beefed up.
For sure. And that's we're dwindling down on our time on this trip, and so trying to capitalize on one more big fish. So beefed it up just a little bit to sacrifice some of the bites, but first sight fishing fish, so dang awesome.
Nice, dude.
So fun. Oh. It's right at you. It's right at you. This guy's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Yes.
Nice. That's another flipper.
Yes. Oh, so sick.
Unreal.
Not sure if we're gonna be able to see that because it was a little ways down there.
It's towards the bottom, yeah. It doesn't
so
seem
sweet.
It doesn't seem like these fish really like to come up. They haven't been liking to come up.
Not today. That is one thing. If you are gonna be sight fishing, or especially with bigger fish, those ones you can just flip.
They're so hard to catch.
I'll just do like this. But is getting a little stream trout fly fishing net could be so helpful. Like even drilling multiple holes like this and being able to scoop these is so nice.
It's a big deal.
So darn pretty.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, these brookies are so cool.
All right.
Sweet.
Sick.
The spoon has definitely been producing better today. Yesterday I felt like they were looking at mine first and then would maybe come over to yours. But those have seemed to like those a little better.
I think a lot of the times too, it's just coming down to that, having that treble that's right there.
Yeah.
That's almost like the biggest benefit of fishing a spoon. When you work those fish up, the closest thing to the fish is the hook.
Yes.
Versus like a jig, you might have plastic hanging off the back, or you may have the head of the jig or whatever it
And the
is.
hookup percentage seems to be much better than, you know, obviously
Yeah.
it's a treble hook versus one.
Yeah.
For those bigger fish, this might be a more dialed setup, but for like those kinds of things,
Yeah.
that's sweet. Well, maybe we'll just call this as the outro since we were packing it up anyways.
I think, yeah, like TJ said, I think we got to run up to shore and grab some branches and mark these holes, and then I think we got to get going because we have about 12 hours of driving and figuring out gear, unpacking. I got to drive home after that. And
Yes.
I mean, I'll probably be in my bed at 3:30 tonight or so.
At least we're not driving through the night like we did up here, but
Yeah.
after these many days of little sleep and just grinding hard, it's gonna be a long ride, but it is so worth it. This has been honestly such a cool trip.
Yep.
You know, really a bucket list trip, being able to do something like this on early ice. And
I'm still mad at them. I want to come back.
yes, that is the other thing. We were planning on just kind of sleeping in, packing up, taking off, but we're like, we just have to have one more crack at trying to catch a giant out here because
Yeah.
we know they're in here. We've caught a couple, and yeah, this has been a fun trip.
Boom.
We're out.